Okay. Yeah, sure. Nothing on you? No. Okay.
This is the story of a mother, Janet Garcia, a woman who will soon realize that the truth she tried to hide is darker than anything police could ever suspect. Just hours after her 4-year-old son disappears, investigators confront her during a welfare check, and her answers raise one question: how far will she go before the truth comes out? Before we get into the story, I want to tell you a few things. Today's video does mention harmful treatment toward a child and the mother's testimony, but it doesn't contain graphic images, gore, or shocking scenes. Watch when you feel prepared and take a break anytime you need. The video opens right in the middle of a welfare check.
You got some blood drops on your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her today, and she looked pretty out of it. I mean, she had her haircut, you know, like Britney Spears kind of thing, went crazy.
Okay, Jeanette. You're not lying?
Around 7:00 p.m. at a sober living facility in Everett, Washington, officers arrived to speak with 27-year-old Janet Garcia. They are not here for her treatment. They are here because her 4-year-old son, Ariel, is missing under extremely concerning circumstances.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Nothing on you? No. Okay.
You guys give us some privacy. Hey, so...
Nothing in your bra. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I just speak and make, you don't need to reach in, I'll just...
Thank you.
do you know why we're here?
Are you okay if I open the zipper?
Why? Why are you guys
What's
here?
going on today?
Can I open the zipper?
Yeah.
Just checking it. Thank you. I just want to make sure before.
What's going on today
okay.
with you? And like, sounds like the cops have been talking to you already.
Yeah. So, my,
You got some blood drops on your shoes.
yeah.
Right away, the tone of her voice doesn't match the seriousness of what's happening. Ariel's grandmother called police after visiting Janet's apartment and finding reddish. Grandma can't find Ariel. Now detectives need to hear Janet's explanation. When an officer notices reddish on Janet's shoes, she offers her first explanation.
So my son fell this morning earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, but I was able to take him to the doctors and everything was okay. I took him with another lady so she can watch him for me because I wasn't staying at home. I had problems going on with my parents and they didn't let me in the house. So I was staying with another lady. She was super sweet. That's where my son fell. And then, but we left, so I was like, okay, you know. So I went to another lady's house and I told her if she could watch him for me. I wanted to come get, you know, I wanted to fully recover. I'm an alcoholic, so I was like, if you can watch him for me for 12 months, that'd be amazing because I'm not talking to my mom. And she's the one that has like, just like a notarized paper saying that she has legal custody of them, but I have legal custody of them. She's not letting me see my older son, so I'm a little,
that would be really hard.
yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
I'm here now and everything's okay.
Okay.
So I don't know what else.
Well, we want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left him with?
I left him with another lady. I don't have her information.
Oh, well, that's not gonna cut it. We gotta figure out where he's at. Where can you like tell me the location where somebody could go and check on him and make sure he's okay?
In like SeaTac area.
Okay.
Seattle.
More specific?
I don't
Do you
have an address.
Nothing. Who's the friend? How do you know the person that? How did you pick the person?
She's a
that you-
longtime friend that I know.
Okay, what's her name?
Alika. That's all I know. Alika Bone.
Alika Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you've known her. Okay, but you've known her for a long time. So how did you reach out to her?
So I reached out to her because I needed help.
How
So,
did you reach out to her?
I found her number on my old Facebook, but I no longer have a Facebook anymore.
Okay.
So something you can sign back into? And,
No,
no, you just delete it all.
I delete it all the time. So
Yeah, you found it today on your old Facebook? And her name is
Alika Bone.
Alika Bone, like B-O-N-E?
Mhm.
Okay, and she lives in the SeaTac area. So you drove him from the first house you were at to her house, or the doctor first?
Mhm.
What doctor did you take him to?
Swedish, and that's it.
Swedish where?
Or I think it's Providence, actually. Providence in Everett.
In Everett? Providence?
Okay. You understand we just need to make sure that he's okay, and then
Yeah.
we can just do that, and then we can leave you be, you know?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
so how do we find Alika?
I don't know.
Can you describe to me how you got there from Providence?
So I just drove from there to Seattle, and then that's it.
You drove from Providence to Seattle
to-
to Alika's house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive on the freeway or?
Mhm.
Okay. How long did it take you to get there?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. And what car were you driving?
My car. So just like 1 hour or so.
And what kind of car do you have?
I have a Nissan.
Okay. Where's that car now?
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
So.
Where's it at?
I left it at her house and then I came over here on the bus.
Okay. You left it up at SeaTac?
Okay, what, do you remember what exit you took?
I don't know.
Investigators use phone location data to retrace her movements. The next day, they discover Ariel wrapped in a Christmas blanket off a highway. The autopsy will later show he was severe injuries up to 41 times and passed away from a fatal physical incident. We also learn that Ariel's grandmother had filed for guardianship just 2 days before he was reported missing. Another sign that adults around him were already deeply worried. The video pauses the interview to fast forward and reveals surveillance footage showing Janet's car pulling into a parking lot. Minutes later, she gets out, walks away, and leaves the car behind. This is after she allegedly left her son's body. That abandoned car is what links directly to the welfare check we're watching. She walks from that lot to the sober living facility where officers now have her in front of them, trying to piece together where Ariel is. Back in the interview at the facility, the officer starts tightening the logic.
So just to clarify, you go from Everett to the hospital in Everett, you get him checked out, you drive to your friend in SeaTac, you leave the car there, you leave him there, and you take a bus from SeaTac down here. Okay. And that all happened today?
Yeah.
So,
Pretty expensive ticket? Get a C-Tran bus to come down here?
No, actually it was only like $30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
okay. What's your first name again?
Jeanette.
Jeanette. Okay, Jeanette. You're not,
Lying.
you have a longtime friend that you reach out to leave your son with,
son.
who you obviously care about
Of
very
course,
much.
I love him with all my heart.
Yes, and you're expressing how upset you are about what's going on between you and your mom and the custody of him and your older son. I think that's horrible. So I know that you're not going to go leave your son with somebody and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, no.
So you do know where he is.
No, I know where he is. I know where he's at.
Tell me where he's at.
I don't have the address for him.
Okay, how can we find the address for him?
I don't know.
Did you put it in your phone
No.
to get there? Okay, Alika, you know where your son is because you're a mom who loves her son very much and you didn't
I'm
just...
not Alika, I'm Jeanette.
I'm sorry, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Alika, you took him somewhere and you're going to go back to him and you know where he is. So tell me where he's at so we can make sure that he's okay or what's going on.
So he's not, I mean, he's there. He's with
Okay,
her, but
tell
he's
me
not
how
with
to
me.
go check on him.
I can give you an address.
Okay, what's the address?
I don't know, you have to write it down.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you.
Do you have a phone number for it too?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have a phone number for her, but
When he fell, where'd he get hurt?
just he on his head, but
Yeah.
he fell on the ground and he hurt himself.
Heads are the worst. Dude.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find, I don't even,
How old's your son?
he is 5.
Finally, she says she can give an address, but admits she's pulling it, quotes, from the top of her head. She gives an address in Seattle. And then that single line, even if you can't find him, I'll be here for the next 12 months, lands in a chilling way. The officers can tell this isn't how a real care plan works.
Avenue, Seattle, Washington.
Where did you get that address from? Just now.
From the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you remember leaving him.
So yeah, Alika. That's her
Okay.
name.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Alika?
So and if you guys can't find him or whatever, this is where I'm gonna be for the next 12 months. But I mean, he's there.
They check in.
How did you guys discuss that you're obviously gonna communicate with him still, you wanna check on him
Right.
and all that. How are you guys gonna communicate?
Well, I'm not gonna have my phone. I'm not gonna use my phone because
Okay.
I'm gonna be here for the next 12 months.
Okay.
So if anything, I don't know what else.
Okay.
That's it.
You didn't discuss that with Alika before you left?
Yes, I discussed it with her. I'm gonna be here for 12 months, and then, but before that, like I don't speak to my parents or anything like that because we got into an altercation. So, but this is where I'm gonna be.
Next, they delve into the head injury story. Let's see what she has to say.
Well, I just want to figure out where your son is. Obviously, there was some concerns. And once we
Yeah.
can do that, his injury was pretty bad. Yeah, was there quite a bit of blood and stuff? What did he do?
He jumped from the bed that we were sleeping on to the ground, and then he just got blood on his head, and so I had him taken to the doctor, and so he's doing good.
Okay. Okay. What did he hit it on?
Just on the ground.
Okay. How did it start bleeding?
It's just started bleeding.
Can you show me like what side of his head? Do you remember what side of his head it was?
I don't remember exactly what side of the head it was, but
Okay, so you don't. What time did it occur today?
just like early, like at 10, 11.
10 or 11. Okay. Do you know what time it is now?
It's already 6:30, or about to be 7.
So how long were you guys at the hospital?
We were only there for a little bit. I don't even think he got checked. We got there and but I didn't wait enough for him to get checked out. So
So he didn't actually go back and get checked. Gotcha. Did you actually go inside and check him in? Okay. And then did you tell him you were leaving, or did you did? Okay. You just said he's not going to be seen and left.
Yeah,
Okay. And how was he acting?
he's okay.
Yeah.
What happened to him when he fell?
Nothing. He just cried.
Just cried?
Just like, just like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to sit down? I can leave the door open. You can sit right there so you're out of the way.
When you fell down, what did you think needed to go to the hospital?
Because he was bleeding from his head, so that's why.
Yeah,
Okay, go.
that's a legit reason.
And you can stay dry.
Yeah. So
Well, that's scary. He's 4? Okay. Did he vomit or anything? No.
he didn't vomit or anything.
Okay.
So
Alright. Well, hang tight for just a minute. Well, hopefully we can quickly locate him and move on. You said it took you 2 hours to get from Providence to your friend's house. And you left for there about 10 this morning?
yeah.
Okay. Do you know how long you were at the hospital for?
I was only there for a little bit of time again. I didn't want to wait, so I was like, let's go.
Can you describe to me what that Providence looks like? Do you know what road it's on, or what is, did you park in the emergency room parking lot, or? Do you
I
remember?
don't remember. I don't know.
Or was there a parking garage or anything?
I don't remember at the top of my head.
Okay. Do you remember when you walked in? Like, can you describe to me when you walked in what it looked like?
Just the hospital. Just the hospital.
Okay. But can you describe, like, when you walk in the door, where was the check-in?
In the front, I walked in, as soon as I walked in, the front desk was checked in right there, and I said my son had to be seen for something, and then his name and everything.
Okay.
And that's
You're
it.
going like this, so you wrote it down, or was there like a check-in thing? Or?
There was a check, alright, but I think they checked me in. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't write anything on there? Okay. Have you been there before?
No.
No, that was your first time.
That was my first time.
When you checked into the desk, was it just an open desk, or
Just an open
was
desk.
it behind a wall? Did they have like a glass wall, or?
Just an open desk.
Okay. Was there a lot of people in there? Yeah. That's why you didn't want to wait, because it was too long. Do you think he needed stitches or anything?
No, he's fine.
Okay. You didn't remember where his injury was? Is it front, side, back? Do you remember?
It's the side. It was the side.
Definitely one of the sides that you recall?
The front, yeah.
Okay. Front. You're kind of pointing above the eyebrow. All right. And then you contacted your friend through Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I got her information through Facebook.
Oh, okay. And then what information did you get?
Just her number, and then I went to her house and dropped off my kid there, and then now I'm here.
Okay. You got like her phone number? Okay. And did you call her from your phone?
From my phone.
Okay, the one that's in your purse there, you called her from? Okay.
Bracelet though, but I have her number. I don't know if you guys want to call her, but I don't think she's gonna answer anymore.
This is California. That's
Her number.
her number.
I don't think she's gonna. I don't think she's gonna answer
How come? What makes you think that?
because I don't know if she's still gonna be there.
Did you send her any text messages?
She admits he was never examined by a doctor, never taken back for vitals, nothing. She says he was okay, just cried and then seemed fine. It's inconsistent. Earlier she said he was checked and everything was okay, but now she says they didn't wait long enough for him to be seen.
Do you remember what your son was wearing today when you took him to the hospital?
Pajamas, blue pajamas.
Pooh? Like Winnie the Pooh?
Just regular blue
Oh,
pajamas.
blue.
Janet explained that her head was bleeding, but she left the hospital because she didn't want to wait. This explanation only made the police more suspicious.
So I just pass that information on. They'll see if they can get a hold of her, check that out.
She gave maybe a phone number too.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them
Yeah.
a call.
Can I ask who you're messaging with?
Yeah, my sister. I was just talking to her about her flying out here,
Oh, nice. Where does she live?
California.
Oh, okay.
What part?
In Pasadena.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to move over there.
It's nice and sunny down there right now.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, can you
Yep.
make sure she's good? I might just take her phone. She's got some specs on her shirt, she's got blood on her shoes. She's not really making sense.
No reliable way to contact the person she supposedly left her son with. One officer sums it up, she's not really making sense. They know at this point that they need to keep her close until they find Ariel.
So, if you guys don't locate my son, what's gonna happen?
That's what we're working on at the moment.
Why do you think they won't be able to locate him? I mean, if you got the address to where he'd be.
Because, I don't know. I'm just saying, if you guys are not able to find him, what can happen?
What it's looking like right now is that we're gonna need to stay with you until we find him. Because it sounds like you said you know where he is, you know where you left him.
Right.
So it shouldn't be an issue, right? Should be able to locate him. Okay, so that's what we just need to stay with you until we locate him.
Okay.
I have another favor though to ask.
Yes.
Because it's raining and it's cold and I'm shivering, and we're gonna be with you, I think, for a little bit. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
We're gonna be with you for a little bit. Would you mind? We have a precinct right up the road. It's comfortable and dry that we can all sit in so we can chat. So we're all out of the rain. Would that be okay?
Where is it?
It's
It's
right
just
down by
on-
the fairgrounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
just on 179th.
Yeah.
And then we can give you a ride back and all of that if that's okay. with you.
Can I get a coffee from here before we
We
go?
got coffee there.
We have coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got
Yeah,
coffee.
we can give you coffee.
Can you grab that seatbelt around your backside? This is...
And then the only other thing too, when he travels, I just gotta put your purse on the front seat right there. Yeah. He's not gonna get into it, but we don't like bags where we can't see them and stuff.
No
you know?
worries.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Rules that make us go by.
Okay, so that way we can all be dry and comfortable and sit, and you can get some
Perfect.
coffee.
You're welcome.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I can stop and get her a coffee or something.
The video cuts to a witness interview outside the facility. A man who knows Janet says she's very different from the person he knew a few years ago. This witness doesn't know exactly what's true, but even he can feel that something is very wrong.
So yeah, I saw her today, and she looked pretty out of it. I mean, she had her haircut, you know, like Britney Spears kind of thing, went crazy because she used to have like long, big black hair, you know, and told me that her mom was calling because they can't find her son, and her mom went to her house and saw blood. I don't know how dramatic it was, but saw blood. I don't know where, but just saw blood, and they can't find her son. And then she's over here, and my brother, where's your son? He's with my mom. And her mom's calling over here saying he can't find her son. I mean, there's a bad connection there. I don't know if she's lying, crazy. I don't know. That's the situation from what I know.
Did she seem like, from the previous Janet that you knew a couple of years ago, was it?
Yeah.
Compared to today, how was her behavior?
Drastically different, because she was always bubbly and loud and had this big, great laugh, you know, kind of really annoying laugh, and talking to everybody, and she was just kind of with her hands in her pockets and quiet, and just went in and sat down and didn't talk to anybody really.
And do you know about what time she showed up today?
They said somewhere around like 2 p.m.,
Okay.
somewhere around there in that time frame, and then I don't know who, the sheriff or somebody came and gave her a wellness check, I don't know, and they left.
Okay.
And then when the owner of my dad showed up with my brother, they're like, you know, what's she doing here? And she started talking. Then her mom called asking if she was here. Where's your son? And then she said, well, she's with you, with my mom. And her mom's crying and hysterical. No, she's not here. He's not here. Where the heck is he?
Did they specify, like, is it a son or a daughter? Or?
It's a son.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many children she has?
Two. Yeah.
Do we know where the other child is?
As far as I know, with her mother.
Okay.
And I think that was the whole dilemma, is they can't find her other son.
Gotcha.
And so her mom went to her apartment and saw blood and went hysterical, and this is how this all started.
The video then jumps to the conclusion of what the investigation uncovered after that night. Janet Garcia is arrested and charged with major fatal incident classification in the fatal physical incident of her 4-year-old son, Ariel. Court records say she's been found competent to stand trial. At the time of the video, she is awaiting further court dates, facing a possible life sentence. And that day came, but she always insisted she was innocent. and the jury had to test whether she was telling the truth. At this point, her lawyer spoke up.
To categorize this as brutal and cold-hearted, it's incorrect. This is not what happened in this case.
But it seems Janet Garcia forgot that her relatives saw everything that day. And whatever happens, the August 22nd trial will prove everything. Stay tuned. This true crime case reminds us that danger isn't always a shadow outside. Sometimes it's behind the door of a familiar home. When parents realize the impact of their choices, it's no longer about fear, but accountability. If you suspect harmful treatment toward a child, call the Child Help National Center 24/7 confidential. Subscribe to Lou Crime Cases to learn from true crime cases like this and support child safety. As we conclude, we want to be clear, this content is based on official documentation and first-hand sources. Real people lived through these moments and many are still coping with what happened. This episode is not meant to entertain, but to inform, to show how quickly lives can change and how a single decision can echo through families and communities. Thank you for watching with compassion and an open mind.